Ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, the government has been borrowing money left, right, and center. But yesterday, one man, one of the most brilliant members of parliament that we have in this regime, went ahead to expose how President William Ruto has been borrowing money on daily basis from different organizations over the world and different banks all over the world on the claims that he is supporting the economy of the Republic of Kenya. But in real sense, the money borrowed is meant to enrich William Ruto and his cronies. One MP, Ndidi Nyoro, broke down the government, the debt that the government has. And this is the information that shocked a lot of people. Now we want to read and we want to look at how Ndidi Nyoro broke down the public debt that the country has as of right now, so that you will understand why Ndidi Nyoro is now becoming a darling to the people of the Republic of Kenya due to the intel that he is exposing, and how he is leaking President William Ruto to the current troubles that are currently facing the republic, ndio tuweze kuelewa haswa how we are proceeding in regards to this. Now, Ndidi Nyoro, the member of parliament of Kiharu, this is how he had to expose this thing and what he had to say in regards to how money is lost. Ndidi Nyoro confirmed what many Kenyans have suspected for a while. The country is dangerously close to defaulting. And this is coming from someone who not long ago stood at the front lines defending Ruto's budget. Now he admits the debt burden currently at 11 trillion shillings is a serious threat to Kenya's stability. We are already spending over a trillion shillings just to service interest, and the government is quietly reaching out to China for debt restructuring. That alone should make it clear that things are falling apart. This crisis is not just theoretical. Kenyans are living through it. Prices keep rising. Taxes are are choking the economy. Businesses are stalling, and the government is still borrowing just to survive. Even Nyoro admits that increasing taxes has had the opposite effect by discouraging spending and investment, leading to even lower revenues. Countries like Zambia and Ghana, which already defaulted, were in bad shape when they fell. But Kenya is in an even more fragile position. We are dealing with a heavier debt load, higher interest payments, and a public that is already stretched to the limit. And let's be honest, in every single cast where countries defaulted, their presidents were either forced out or completely lost credibility. A few days ago, I broke down the numbers to show just how fast Ruto is sinking this country into debt. Since taking office, Kenya's debt has shot up from 8.7 trillion to 11.02 trillion in just 937 days. That means he has been borrowing at the rate of 902 billion per year, 75.9 billion per month, and 2.48 billion every single day. It gets crazier that 103 million per hour, 1.72 million per minute, and 28,650 shillings every second. Now let's look at it in this manner. The debt increase breakdown. In 937 days, according to Nyoro, uh, from 8.7 trillion when Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta left the office to 11.02 trillion as of right now. Only 937 days since President William Ruto took office. Now, per year, it is claimed through Nyoro that President William Ruto borrows about 902 trillion. That is equal to about a trillion Kenyan shillings in a year. Now, per month, it is claimed that Ruto borrows about 75.9 billion. Now, 75.9 billion, we can say that is about 80 billion in a month, the money that is borrowed by the government of the day. Per day, our country borrows about 3 billion. Per hour, our country borrows over 105 million Kenyan shillings. And per minute, we borrow about 2 million every minute. Per second, Kenya borrows about 30,000 Kenyan shillings. Now imagine as we speak, every second that passes, our country borrows about 30,000 Kenyan shillings. Now, when you look at it, Ndidi Nyoro is one of the most brilliant minds that we have had in this country. And this guy is not only an economist, he is a man that was working as a banker. So he knows that if this money that we are borrowing every minute was to be used for the betterment of this republic, then this country would be at a very good position. I want to read what Kenyans are saying and how they are reacting towards the news of the money that the country borrows every day. Samuel Okesa says he has only changed tune because he is no longer given the attention he used to. Dama Kalume says, I have watched the video and he has explained it so well. I see another one, JJ Nyaga, saying, this is not a problem that he is capable of fixing. Easter Sins wanasema, it's clear from results that Ruto hates Kenyans. Let's not beat around the bush or call a spade a big spoon. Only an economy Only an enemy of Kenya can behave in this manner. Hii ni chuki kiasi gani jameni? The mayor says, speaking of long-term enslavement, the Democrat wanasema Kenyans, you don't need this government. We must send this government home from the top to the bottom, including current ODM leadership and all its elected members. Enough is enough. Vicky Junior anasema all of these were with nothing to show for it. Lil JP anasema all this debt taken to repay the old odious ones that never helped taxpayers who shoulder the blunt. Now let's speak about the debt. When you look at how Ndidi Nyoro explained it, you will all understand that the country is sinking in a the country is sinking in a turmoil when it comes to the economy. Now let's go back to a statement that was made by one Senator Okiyah Omutatah, the senator of Busia. The man, according to his own intelligence, dug up a lot of information in regards to the Kenyan public debt that we have currently. And he came up with one thing, that the debt has always been paid to a certain level. The Kenyan debt was paid, but the money that is currently being borrowed and the public display of the debt that we are being told we have, that is not true, because the debt is being paid on different bases, in different avenues. Remember, Ruto told us the first thing that they are going to do as a government is to make sure that they kick out or finish up with the debt. I mean, Omutatah told us that the debt has been paid. But for Kenyans to continue supporting a regime that continues to steal from it, and for Kenyans to believe that the country still has a debt, they have to now concur with the public debt that is being displayed in public. Now, the budget comptroller does not reveal to us how the budget has been, how the money has been used. Remember, we were told there was a leak that revealed to us that 1.3 trillion was stolen for the last 7 months, from the month of I think July or August, when John Badi took office, to last month, about 1.3 trillion were missing. The money, we were told, it was taken out of the treasury and used to service our public debt. Now that money, 1.3 trillion, should at least relieve us this debt, about 10% of it. But where did the money go? If the money was taken out of the treasury and that money has not been used to service our public debt, that tells us that hii deni inalipwa, but When it comes to us, the public, we are told that this debt is not being paid, so that Ruto will continue again borrowing. Unajua, ukiwa na loan mahali, huwezi ongezewa loan kama hujalipa ile loan ya kitambo. You have to pay the first loan so that you will be added an extra loan. So that is what is happening. Ruto analipa pesa, the public debt that we have kisirisiri, then anaomba tena, and the money goes into their pockets. Ndio sasa wanatuwekea nini? Wanatuwekea ile deni sisi as Kenyans, so that we can pay for it. I tell you, just wait and see when the finance bill here 2025 will be revealed to the public. You will realize that we have been screwed up big time, because the finance bill year 2025, leave the fact that the 2024 finance bill, we rejected it. When this comes out, hii itatunyonga, itatufinya, itatumaliza as a country. It's just a matter of wait and see. But with leaders like akina Ndidi Nyoro, why couldn't they speak this in parliament when they were still there? When they are still there? He was the budget chairman. Why didn't he speak about it?